Hey guys, Furum here, and today I'm going to be testing the Peel P50 in multiplayer in Forza Horizon 4. Now many people have asked me to do a video about this car, and I can understand why. It is one of the weirdest cars I've ever seen in any racing game. And in this video I'm using the tune by Grandma Driving, which is in A class where the Peel P50 does best, and it is at a rank of 795. Yeah, it's not actually maxed to the top of the class, which would be 800. Most people try to make their tunes to there. But of course, if you get a tune that's better and lower, well, go for that, obviously. So in this video, we've got 4 members of the Purple Team community. If you would like to join in these races, definitely join the Purple Team Discord, which is in the description of this video. Go to the Special Roles channel, click the emote to give yourself the Forza Horizon 4 role, and then whenever I do a private lobby in a car for a video, I will tag that role. Then you'll just need to message me on Xbox, and you can be in a video of mine. And definitely check out this game if you do not have it. I would say it is definitely worth the money. So this first race is on the Horizon Festival Sprint track. We've got Get Wrecked Son in the BMW Isetta, which is kind of like this car, but a bit heavier and easier to control. We've also got El Maquina in an Aston Martin JBS, and Guier Jaguar in the Alfa Romeo TZ2. So one thing that you probably noticed about this Peel is that it starts off very quickly. Its acceleration is definitely one of the best that I've seen. However, its top speed is not the best, maxing out at a bit above 150, maybe around 160 or so. That's not horrible for A class, of course, but it's not the greatest either. So this high acceleration and low speed might make this car look like an MP48 of Forza Horizon 4. However, it drives nothing like that. This car, believe me when I say, it is the hardest car in the game to drive that I have driven so far, and I've driven quite a lot of cars. It's due to the 3 wheels. It's rear-wheel drive. And yeah, you can probably see how that could go wrong. Basically, if you hit anything, or anything hits you, or if you go over any imperfections in the road, your car will tend to spin out. However, in this first race, I actually managed to control it pretty well. By the way, in this race are 4 sequential races that I played with these people. And after this race, Forza gave me a little achievement called Never Tell Me the Odds. Win a race in the Peel P50. They knew that the car was hard enough to drive that they just had to put an achievement in for you winning a race in it. This time we are on the Meadows Sprint, and in this race we will really see the instability of this car, because in the previous race it kind of looked like it was driving kind of normally and wasn't that difficult, but if you get this game, definitely give this car a try. I would say don't use it in multiplayer unless you have all the assists on and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely try it out. It's not all that expensive. So it's not going too badly so far. Basically what I tried to do is I tried to brake a lot around the corners because it tended to understeer. Yes, even though it is small, it doesn't actually turn all that great, which is not good because if you hit a wall, you're pretty much going to spin out, and yeah. This has almost become like a meme car in the game, being so small and unstable and just so great for doing crazy stunts and stuff that not many other cars could do. And people have made liveries for it, like putting little eyes on the front to make it look like some kind of weird little baby car or something like that. But I decided to stick with my good old purple. So here I brake a bit to go around here, and that allows the TZ2 to catch up to me, and I actually tap him or he taps me or something when we go by, and my car goes on the back wheel and then spins out, and then here I rewind because that's the only way I'm going to get back to the checkpoint in good time, because otherwise I have to turn around. Basically, this car doesn't even like to turn around. If you try to turn around, it'll just do a 360 or something like that. So I was now back on track, but as you can see, I was quite far behind pretty much everybody. And then I spun out again, just by touching the side of the road, allowing the other guy to pass me. Now you guys can probably see the pain that I had when driving this car. Can it even be called a car? I'm honestly not sure at this point. Here I didn't brake enough, my car understeered as always, and somehow I managed to escape unscathed from hitting the wall. That didn't happen very often when I was driving in this car. So, recently an update came out for Forza, update 9 I believe it is, that added a bunch of mini cars, actual mini cars, as well as the Apollo Intensa Emozione, the Maserati MC12 Corsa, and one other car which I do not actually know what it is at the moment. But they also did some really nice other things to the game, which I will tell you about in the next race because this race is about to finish. Here, unfortunately, because of the car spinning out that 1 or 2 times, we come in 3rd place, although not last, so that's a relief. Then I wanted to see what would happen if we did a race on a track with a more city bit at the beginning. This is on the Greendale Super Sprint, and it starts in Edinburgh, and I'm very sorry if I pronounced that wrong. So I promised that I would tell you guys some other things that they did in Update 9 to Forza Horizon 4. They finally began to penalize wall riding, and I think the reason they don't like wall riding is because it's not something you would do in real life. Basically, if you try to wall ride, you will get just slowed down. They also made it so if a high-speed collision was going to be detected, the cars would ghost, thereby stopping rammers effectively. So here we go over a little bump in the road and spin out just like there was a big pile of bananas right there. And because this car can't turn, I then just drive straight into the wall. But as you will see, not all hope is lost. This car's very good acceleration gets me back up to speed pretty quickly. So there's something else that they added in the update which is extremely nice and something that I personally have been wanting for, well, ever since I began making multiplayer videos about this game. They added the ability to make custom adventures to choose basically what sort of races you want to play in an online adventure with other people that also want to play with those same settings. For example, you can choose the class that you want to play in, you can choose the type of race, so either road, street, dirt, country. You can also choose to turn free roam on and off, and you can choose to turn collisions on and off. And what you will do, this will pair you with other people that chose your same sorts of, well, settings for the race. Now obviously this means you may not be able to find as many people because these can be very specific. However, if you do want a chance of finding more people, you can set your preferred type of race to any, so that it could be either cross-country or dirt or anything like that. I believe you can also choose the season you want, don't quite remember about that though. Basically, this will make it a whole lot easier from now on for me to find specific races in certain cars. Say I wanted to do them in full online multiplayer rather than just doing private lobby races, like for example as I did in my Shelby GT350R video. So I just think this is a very useful tool for content creators especially, and really to just drive multiplayer with whatever you want. However, I still do not believe you can choose to do X-Class online adventures. I really wish they would make that a possibility at some point, at least in just custom adventures, because it's unranked, so really, what would be the harm in doing that? I don't really see any, and that would allow people to use some of their most powerful cars rather than resorting to ones in S2, which are still powerful of course, but they're not at their full potential, a lot of them, like the F99XXE, which could go a good 50 or so miles per hour faster in X-Class than in S2 class. Here we come in second after managing to catch up to and pass the Isetta, and now for our final race, which is on, again, the Horizon Festival Sprint. Somehow I chose the same event twice accidentally. However, this is the one that I got first place on in the first bit of this race. So perhaps it is good luck for me in this car. We will see if I can do it again. So now it's time for, you guessed it, my general review about this car. This is a bit of a weird one to rate, because it can do very well if driven properly, but it can do extremely badly if you have issues, or if you don't drive it perfectly. So I'll just, I guess, give you the goods and bads about it. It has very good acceleration. It can get ahead at the beginning of the race, shoot past everybody, and honestly, if you brake enough around the turns and nobody touches you, you're going to probably do just fine in it. The problem comes if you have other players in the race, or if you don't quite brake enough around the turns and you hit something like, say, you go off onto the sidewalk or the grass, or you hit a wall. That's when your car is going to go crazy, spin out, and it will take you 20 seconds to recover or something like that. Basically, it is a car not for the faint of heart. It definitely requires a steep learning curve. It's not something you can just get in and start driving around like you've driven it for the past year. No, you have to practice in it quite a lot, find the tune that works best for you, because this isn't the only tune. There's another one that's heavier, which honestly might be a bit better. It might understeer more, but perhaps it would not be quite as floaty then. I don't know. but you've just got to practice in it quite a lot if you expect to do well with it. However, in this race, we do manage to come in first again. This track is my good luck charm for this car. So thank you all for watching, please like the video if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt 9 and Forza content, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!